Yo, welcome back. We're gonna finish up on the Suburban today. Gonna be a drink of soda. We gotta put that rear diff cover on, get it filled up, put the brakes on it, get them adjusted. We gotta clean them up, and then adjust them. We'll pull this diff cover out from underneath there, make it easier for us to clean up. And then we're gonna try to see the exhaust here, and the flange, that's where it's leaking. Exhaust leaks at. The bolts are come loose. I'm almost have to put them headers on there. It's a cold one this morning, and what are we, like almost middle of August, and it's already 60-some degrees out in the mornings. It's like 67 degrees. Well, my thermostat in the house said 67. Let's see what the Weather Channel says. Of course, my phone's slow. "53 degrees. Says it feels like 53 degrees. You know, it's 53 degrees out this morning. And it's, August 11th. Whoo-wee. Chilly, chilly. So, as you can tell, I'm not real enthused about doing this morning. Been up since 3 o'clock, so the only thing to do is but to do it, ain't it? So, we'll pull that diff cover out of there. We'll get her cleaned up. I gotta find my silicone if I got any left. I think it's on like 7 o'clock in the morning, and the Leprechaun store for auto parts isn't open until 9 o'clock here. So what do I need to get? I need to get some more brake cleaner, and if I have to get silicone, I gotta wait till 9. But we'll get to moving around. We'll see what we can come up with. Alright, got the diff cover out. Whole tube of my silicone. Got a super scraper here, but this is pretty clean. We just gotta get rid of this silicone off of here. So we just pick and pull. This diff cover, I was checking it out. Man, there ain't really no parts in it. It looks like this has been taken apart. Remember I said looks like somebody was in on the passenger side of that axle. So I believe somebody's been in here. They've done something. This truck's got 290,093 miles on it. Well, the last I checked, I seen it yet Friday. I think it was 93, but it's almost 300,000. Oil pressure on the motor still runs at like 40-50 psi, which I think the motor's been replaced though. But the rear axle's got 300,000 on it. The underneath, man, for being an Illinois truck, there ain't no rust, man. Just on the quarters, and it don't have the rocker rust either. Well, I'm gonna sit here and get this all cleaned up, and I'll bring you back. We got to slide back up underneath there and put this on. Come off there. You know what? I've got a little air die grinder with the thing. I don't know if I'll use that or not. Yeah, I'll probably use it. Yeah, I end up going to this thing. That scraper, it does work good, but that silicone was on there pretty good. We gotta clean that out. Let me got a pick here. I don't think a pick's gonna work real well, but try to pick this stuff up out of here. Yeah, we're not really going to get too far with that, are we? Yeah, we got a heck of a mess here. Normally I take a drill bit and drill it out, but I don't have one handy here. Ooh, I just poked it through there. So maybe that's probably where we're going to go through then. Wasn't trying to poke a hole in it, but we poked one, so. Oh, come on. Alright, well, I think it might be enough. We got a rubber glove. We're going to put it on. It's sitting around on top of the toolbox. Don't ask me how it got there. Alright, we're just going to smear this on there pretty thick. So we ain't got no gasket or nothing on there. Come on. Guess there was a motorcycle accident here in town. Daughter's mom was trying to call me, or text me, call me. My sister called me. And I'm like, man, I'm sleeping. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm sleeping. My old butt's going to bed. So I don't know what I finally answered my daughter's mom's phone call. She was probably calling, wanting to see if it was me, just because she'd rather see me dead. Just kidding. Me and my daughter's mom got a real good relationship. We co-parent very well. You know, it's how every relationship should be when you got kids involved. We we don't pay each other child support. We did go to court and kind of get a court order about, you know, who gets the kid and what time and set days and all that. And now that was back when we were still kind of bitter at each other, and we were still kind of fighting a little bit. And now that we've gotten, kids, my daughter's 9 years old now, and we've come to the realization it's best not to even fight and argue. There's no reason for it. All it does ends up costing us money and time wasted at the courts. And we've grown up and learned to co-parent. Kid needs something, and I'll give her the money. Her mom don't really. I wouldn't say her mom don't really. I spoil her. Her mom pays. Does whatever. But like school clothes and stuff. Her mom bought all the school clothes this year, but I bought the school supplies and all that stuff. So, she'll message me, hey, Alan wants to go to the movies. Can you give me some money so I can take her to the movies? So, yeah, I'll give her money to go to the movies, whatever, Just got to keep them happy. They're happy, you're happy. And it's an easier road that way. Well, we're going to crawl up underneath here, and we're going to stick the cover on there. I got to clean the cover off a little bit still, too. So once I get that, or not the cover, but the axle. But when I get that done, I'll zip you on. Alright, so we're going to put some fluid in here. I took my 3/8, stuck it in the fill tube, hit it with a hammer. Get her loosened up. Come out with the come out pretty easy. Probably just put some pipe thread around that thing. I don't know if you guys are able to see that or not, but I'll show you what what I got going on here. I did come off there. That magnet's strong, y'all. Ain't never heard me say that before. I'm sure you heard me say it 100 times. Let's see. Oh yeah, I told you I bought a gallon of this stuff. So you know how hard it is to get differential fluid into the diff. Just think how hard that's going to be. So what I did, or what I got, is it's a pump out of a old shampoo bottle, body wash shampoo bottle, whatever. I'm gonna try sticking a rubber hose over that, and I'm gonna try to pump it in there. So give me a little bit to see if I can't come up with some rubber hose. Let's see how far that's gonna get down there. We got the one, two, three, 3/4. Yeah, we might have enough room. If not, I'll have to put an extension on there, or maybe I'll dump this into a smaller bottle and pump it in there. You know what? If I have to, I can get that shampoo bottle, dump that in there, and then just pump it in there. So let me figure out what we're gonna do. All right, folks, you seen it here first. It's we're gonna put some Dove conditioner into the rear diff to condition it up, make it like new. Actually, it's SAE 8090 GL5. It's for the limited slip on the GM, I guess. That's what I read anyways. But we're gonna try this on the old diff. I'm sure it's gonna be, she fits right there. It's going, she's working. I just wonder how long it's gonna take. Yeah, look, check it out. And I just press the bottle, fill her up. Heck yeah. I know they got a bottle that fits on a spout that fits on a gallon jug, and it has a hose on it, but they want like 15 bucks for it. This right here was a free, well, not free bottle, but it was free after we used all the conditioner out of it. So I'm just gonna keep pumping. So I'm gonna fill it up this way. I'll turn you back on as we get it filled up. All right, we got that filled up in there. And the axle, we got it sealed off and all that. We're gonna go on to these brakes. I got some 80 grit. We're just gonna scuff up the drums with 80 grit. And like I said, these brakes really weren't working because of all the grease and oil, so whatever we're doing, hopefully, I'm sure it'll help it. I don't think it's gonna hurt it any. If they ain't working, and they might work. It might be alright here. Now I'll take some brake clean that all out real good. And then we're gonna do these bad boys too. up pretty good. Get the, so I can see the side here. Let me find the brake clean. Here we go, I got it right here. Alright, we got to save enough for the other side too still. Alright, yeah. How much of that's gonna help out, I don't know, but and then we know that they're loose. Right here they got an adjuster, so we can turn that out a little bit. We'll slide this on here. Yeah, you hear that? It's tight now too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that'll break them in a little bit. You know, being a little scratchy, and let's just hope they don't lock up. Knowing my luck, that's probably what's gonna happen. Let's get over here to this side. I'm just be glad to get this done. Let me grab the sandpaper and brake clean. We ain't got much brake clean left, so we gonna do the same thing over here. See, I already sprayed this stuff off, so the grease on the shoes were already off. But I just stuck my greasy fingers on it. Okay. We just need to do this drum. This drum's actually not nowhere near as bad as the other one, so like I said, this thing's been well maintained. There's not even a lip right here, you know. On the front, got new tie rod ends, the whole 9 yards new up front. So, and I already kind of adjusted on that one yesterday, so we'll see how it fits. She's a little loose still. Huh. That's not working right. Oh well. Yeah, yes. I'll tighten her up a little bit more. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna slap the wheels on this, and then we're gonna turn it around and pull it in after I clean up this mess. And then we're gonna start on the exhaust flanges and then and the distributor. All right. Well, we got it turned around. Brakes are working in the rear. Backing up. I put on the brakes. I felt them. The passenger side is a little tighter than the right, or the left side of the truck is, you're sitting in the truck. Oh, when anybody says left side, it's you looking at out the window, out the windshield. So your left side is this side here, the driver's side. The right side will be the other side, obviously, the passenger side. But this one here, If you remember, there we had that one a little bit tighter. Yeah, it was that one that's a little tighter. This one wasn't as tight, but don't matter, we got some brakes back there. I put air in the tires. They were 20 psi under what they were supposed to be according to the door. If you don't know, there's tire pressure stuff here, cold. 32 in the front, 41 in the back. Reason why the manufacturers put that on there is they do testing, and this being a tow vehicle, you want a little more air in the back, but they do that for testing for your best miles per gallon, help get your best fuel economy. So it's recommended to go with what's off the door, not on what's on the sidewall of your tire. Tire says 50, don't put 50, put 32 what it says. These tires are rated for 51 psi. I put 45 back there. It's supposed to be 41. I put a few extra pounds, which I'm not too worried about fuel economy with this old beast anyways, because I don't get none. The front tire up here, I will probably put 35 in, be 3 more pounds more than what the door says. I'm almost half tempted to go ahead and put 40 in it, but we're underneath the hood. We've got to get that distributor set in there right. Should I take the hold down off of the old school and put on there and see if I can adjust it to get that to the 0 degree? You do this with the timing. You don't have to do it with the timing or with a scan tool. As long as you drop that distributor in right, you can make sure you're on top dead center off the front crank. Make sure you're on the compression stroke. Put your finger over the #1 spark plug. Crank the engine over. It will blow your finger off. When it blows your finger off, then you know you're on top dead center, and then you just go with your front, or not top dead center, and you know you're on the compression stroke when it blows your finger off. Then go down here on the front of the crank. You know how people time their engine with a timing light, whatever. Just shine that, or just line up them marks down there, you're on top dead center. In these Vortex distributors, there is a mark here, and so the distributor sits in there. It's kind of like this, so this will be like this. So there's a well, okay, see, there's a little indent out and a little point thing out. When you drop that distributor in there, this has got to be lined up with this. It's not pointing towards #1 because you can't turn this once you put this in there. Where'd the hold down go? I got the hold down here somewhere. Let me find it real fast. You see how that is square and this is square cut. So when this thing, see, I pressed this off there. I knocked it off there on purpose. So when you bolt this down and you see that there's no slop to go this way, little slop to go this way, but there's no slop to go this way. You cannot adjust that. So this has to be dropped in there perfect. There's no margin for error with this at all. You're either a tooth off, advanced, or a tooth off in retard. So shouldn't say retard now. You can't say that, so it'd be slow on timing, I guess. But so when you drop that in there, you want that thing to be perfect. It's supposed to be lined up perfect. I did that. I've done this. That's my 3rd distributor I put. Well, this one was #2, and that would be the 3rd that's been in this truck since I've owned it. The one that come with the truck. This one went bad. Down in here, it's kind of binding, but I lost power to it. I think the cam sensor went bad in it, but I just went ahead and changed the whole thing because I need to reset this timing anyways because it was never right. So when you drop that in there, it has to be perfect. You can't be a tooth off and think you're going to be able to adjust it. So what I did is I took, come up there. See, now I can't get it off there. So what I did is I went and wallered this out a little bit, and then I went and I wallered it this way, so I was able to adjust this way and that way on this distributor down there. So I took this off the new one I just got in, and I put the old one on there off of this one that allows me to adjust. Well, I'm out of adjustment, and the timing degree is plus or minus 2 degrees on your timing. So I got it. It won't turn no more, and it's 3 point something degrees retarded, and it has to be within that 2 range. It seems like it has a little bit of a misfire, but not really. It's a little sluggish. You can tell. So I've got to look in here and see if it's because my cap's hitting something, or if my waller in the bolt hole ain't there no more. If I ran out of that, which I think that's what it is. And if I put this regular hold down off on there from a the old school Chevys here, I should be able to turn that, right? You would think. This is probably about the, it's not the same thickness by any means, so we may not be able to. But I think we'll try that just to see, because I don't think I've seen anybody do this. And we'll do that to see if you guys see if that's what it is, where I can still turn my distributor some. We'll go ahead and put that on there. If not, we got to pull the distributor and reset the timing. What I'll do, since I know where that I'm retarded, well, on timing, not just mentally either. But I don't have to do my number 1, because I'm working on this, and I know that when I pull that cap off, wherever that rotor's turning, when I pick that distributor up, I'm going to turn it back 1, 2, drop it back down in there. Hopefully, if the oil pump thing will turn where it will catch, so I don't have to fight it. If not, then I will have to do my number 1. So I'm gonna pull this hold down off. Let me see. I think this is a 1/2 inch. The one on the truck is a 1/2 inch, and that, of course, is a 14. And I have my 14 right here. Yeah, well, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 14, 13, whatever. 13 and a half is the same, almost. And then 9/16 and 14 are basically the same. They're just a smidgen difference in size. I think I'm going to sell this engine. I ain't got no need for it, really. I'd like to put these headers, though, on that Suburban. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just pulling this off now, just in case. So if I do have enough movement in there, we'll get I'll get my scan tool, and we'll hook the scan tool up while we're trying to adjust it, and I'll show you guys. But I'm gonna swap this out first. It's that easy. Well, take this off before you ever put your distributor on, and just get you one of these. If this works, I don't know. Regardless, if it does work, but I can't turn my distributor, I'm still going to use this. Maybe. Alright, let me get the other one off. Alright, y'all, here's the other one. See how I got her wallered out a little bit. And I was able to turn the distributor enough, I think, for it. And so basically, the old school will work. It's holding it down. It's tight on there. It's not all the way tight yet, but I did add a couple washers to it, just for the simple fact this is shorter, and I'm not sure if they're the same thickness. So if this one ain't as thick as this one, then that bolt would have bottomed out, and I didn't want to have to take it back out. Now I don't have it all the way tight yet, but I have it somewhat tight. What we're going to do is we're going to check our timing now. System select. I went ahead and booted all this up because it takes a little bit. So yeah, my kind of far from the house there, and that's what I got my Wi-Fi hooked up to on here. So it's a 4-speed automatic, the 7R, what is it, 7R 400 or 400 7R, whatever, however you say it. So then we want to read data streams, and then we want engine display data. I think it was engine data 2, and we're going to look camshaft position retard. That's the one we want. We'll select it. We're going to hit OK. And we have a value of 0, which the value is measured in degrees. Let me start this thing up. So we're 4 degrees, 5 degrees advanced now. That's how much I've turned this thing. And it won't read unless it's over 1,000 RPMs. I moved it 10 degrees. Now see, we're in our 2 range, but I want to get a little bit lower. Yeah, that's pretty good. 0. Dead at 0. We're going to clock that right there. So let me tighten that down. Alright, so I went ahead and got that tightened down and got it where I like it. See if I can just get you guys in there where you can see it a little better. So I just started it up, and I got the RPMs on there now so you can see. Drops down to 0 after 1,000, after 1,000 RPMs. It comes down, but it won't. Thousand RPMs, it starts reading it. So there's no, I can't get no better than that. And it's jumping between retarded and advanced. You know, it's adjusting itself as it needs to. So I don't like that hesitation. I think that's got to do with this thing here's broke, and it's letting air in right there. Let's see if I can find my brake cleaner here. We'll see if we can't get it. Show it's a vacuum leak. Ah, there ain't none in that one. Of course, I ain't got enough. Let me see if there's any in this one. Yeah, there's some in here. Let me set you guys up here. I guess maybe it ain't a vacuum leak in there. Well, I don't really care how the timing's set, but it's saying it's... Just had a small hesitation at first. But it's set right. That's the way it's got to be set. So, you saw it here, man. Old school HEI distributor on an old school Chevy block will work on the Vortex. Now let's get her, that way you can get her, if you got a problem with yours, just get her on. See, I'm 0.188, and of course it's fluctuating between retarded and advanced. It's adjusting itself like it's supposed to be too. So with that done, we got the exhaust to do, as if you guys can't hear it. So we got to figure out. It was this one here was loose. The other day when I did that distributor, I tightened up one of the things. It was actually able to move, so I'm thinking the gasket's bad in that. One day we are going to change these headers, manifolds, put them headers off that engine on it. So, but till then, we're just going to have to, ow, my hip. We're going to have to run what we got. It sounds like there's some coming from over here too. So we're going to hopefully be able to just tighten these up some and get some quiet it down some until we can get these headers stuck on. We'll probably do that, I don't know, a couple weeks. Because I've got to buy, well, the gasket are still good on that block. We've only ran that block a couple times. So I think we're going to call this an end to this video because of the exhaust. I mean, I'm just going to try tightening them bolts up. If they don't tighten up, it's just going to be loud. That's just how it's going to have to be. So we got this thing wrapped up what I wanted to do, except for, you know, the exhaust. But I'm just going to try tightening them bolts up. If they don't tighten, if they ain't tightening up to quiet it down, then we're going to change them headers in a few weeks too anyways. I'll have to get them flange gaskets. I think they're more like a donut gasket. I got to put air in the front tires still, and that's about it. So for this one, we're out. We'll see you on the next one. If you can, leave a comment on what you think about the distributor, and give me a subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. Thank you.